Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's recap of The Bachelorette.
There are 9 dudes left.
Yep, and this week Fred, Jason, and Robert are moving up to the mansion.
Woo! There is a one-on-one date competition. So they need to write and perform a song for DeAnna. And she's going to see who she likes the best, and they are going on a one-on-one date.
So, according to DeAnna, I didn't think so. Robert was the best singer. I didn't really hear much singing.
I thought he was the best. I don't like country music, but I thought he was the best. And Jesse was the only one who got personal with her. He got down on his knees and he
did the whole hand holding thing.
Yeah, so he won.
She liked that and he won.
That's right. So it's time for the date. And, like, he's got some F-note selection of clothes. And it ain't good enough for a date of this status.
So she sent him a new suit.
That's right. And 2 tickets in the pocket for a Private Serenade.
So they show up at this theater and Jesse's name is on the marquee.
He's totally crapping in his pants. He's like, oh my god, this is incredible.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, back at the house, the date box arrives for the group date.
Brian, Twilley, Sean, Jeremy, Graham, and Jason.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
That means that the 2-on-1 date is Robert and Fred.
Wow.
The two twins.
The twins. I've had trouble telling them apart from, like, the beginning. I finally figured them out. And now, they're still the twins, though. They'll always be the twins to me.
So back on the date, DeAnna made Jesse sing his song again in the theater.
Right. And I guess he probably thought that that was the Private Serenade. So he starts spilling his guts. And she's eating it up like a little puppy dog eating up puppy chow. And she totally gives him the rose. I don't know. He didn't seem all that sincere to me.
I think he was.
I don't know. I like him, but he's seeming kind of... I don't know.
So after dinner, the curtain rises up.
Right.
And who's there? Natasha Bedingfield.
Right.
So she sings. I forgot what song it was.
Right.
But,
he asked her to dance. That's the right thing to do. Good job, Jesse. But now it's time for the group date. Get on the bus. We're going to stock car racing. So all the guys, of course, are crapping in their pants. They're like, racing cars! Yeah. So, yeah, there's going to be a race. There's going to be 3 time laps, and the winner gets something special, a.k.a. private time with DeAnna.
Yep.
DeAnna. So,
Brian.
Poor silverfox.
He could not get that car started.
No, she was getting pissed, too. She was like,
yeah.
Come on.
And Graham doesn't even own a car.
How do you not even own a car? What are you, like 30?
I don't know.
Twilley. He was scared, but you know what? He pulled it out.
Yeah. He was in the lead for a little while.
Yeah, for about 5 seconds.
Because then Sean won.
He's a musclehead. He knows cars. So he got some private time with Dee. And, yeah, he finds out that they have both lived in Kentucky.
Cool.
Yeah, because she totally wants a southern gentleman. And that's him.
So then DeAnna gets in the car and goes for a little ride, and she kicks all their butts.
They were all holding their asses on the way home because she totally reamed them. So, yeah. Jeremy steals DeAnna away. But then Graham steals DeAnna away from Jeremy.
And when she was talking to Graham, she asked him for a kiss, and he said no. He was like, I don't want to be another one of the whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And you know what? She was really pissed about that.
Yeah, she was.
She's like, you're not playing the game. You ain't playing the Dee game. Meanwhile, back at the house, Robert and Fred get a little card for their date, and it says, who has the recipe for love? I wonder who. One of them's a chef.
We'll find out.
Well, Sean ends up getting the date rose.
Mr. Martial Arts.
He spilled his guts a little bit, so you know what? They eat that up. They love it.
Yeah, and that's the end of the group date. So then the Outhouse boys decide, yo, we need some attention, let's throw a party.
That's right. But it was a really mean party.
I don't know where they got these, but they set up these baby chairs and put them
baby
at a table.
for the mansion guys to sit at. Then things started going downhill from there. Like, they started throwing around the little baby chairs, and
They were ignoring DeAnna, and she felt all isolated.
Don't ignore her.
And then Robert was, like, avoiding her and sulking around inside.
And he's totally going on a group date that night.
Well,
you know, the 2-on-1 with her. You don't do that, dude. So she goes inside, and she starts freaking out. She's talking to him. She comes out. She starts yelling at everybody, if you don't want to be here, get the hell out.
Yeah.
If you're not going to play the DD game.
Basically, she knows what they're going through.
Respect my authority.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she gets that out of her system, and it's time for the 2-on-1 date. It sounds so dirty. It's dinner with a view.
Ooh.
So, Robert, what's the most romantic thing you've ever done?
He had this whole thing about, like, chartering a helicopter and
pounds
like,
of rose petals.
5 pounds of rose petals or something.
It took him, like, forever to pay it off. And then sweet little Fred's like, oh, I just had their bags packed and we went on a little trip together and it was so romantic. And she seemed to really like that.
I thought it was cool.
I thought so too. So here I'm thinking she's into Fred.
Mm-hmm.
So it's time for quiet time with Bobby.
Yeah.
Robert.
And he was like, hey, can I kiss you?
Yeah, okay, here.
He was like, yeah, right here. So he was like, oh.
Yeah. So guess what?
He had this whole like prophecy, like whoever gets kissed on the date is gonna get the rose. It wasn't you.
No. So he got sent home because she's not feeling him at all. And I thought, you know, for sure Fred was gonna get the rose because he's such a sweetheart.
But no, she pulled a Brad and got rid of him too.
How could you, Dee Dee?
That's messed up.
How could you be Brad?
So those two were living in the house.
So who's left? Jason. Daddy.
He's there to pick up the pieces.
That's right. Come to Daddy. He'll make it all feel better. So yeah, so he spends the night cuddling her. And it's time for the cocktail party. But you know, a cocktail party is just not good enough for Dee Dee.
So they decide to make it a cocktail pool party.
Oh, and only one chump is going home. So, ding, ding, ding.
Sean and Jesse already have their roses.
That's right. So the final order is Jason,
Jeremy,
Twilley, and Graham.
Doesn't she realize Graham is a D-bag?
How could you send silverfox Bryan home?
I'm upset.
D stands for dumb. Alright, next time it's Palm Springs and DeAnna Tells All.
I'm not sure if it's all DeAnna Tells All next week and then Palm Springs the weekend.
No, I think it's, you know, there's not that many people, so like probably a half an hour is going to be her spilling her guts and like an hour and a half is going to be the dates.
I don't know.
We'll find out then, kids. Much love.